History is rarely a static sequence of dates. It is a blood-soaked tapestry woven with strands of volatile, forbidden magic. And in Body at the Crossroads, the biting, atmospheric, and lethally paced inaugural entry of Cate Martin's Viking Witch Mysteries, the frozen tundra of the Norse frontier is revealed to be a landscape where the boundary between mortal law and divine retribution is razor-thin. Martin, the cold-blooded cartographer of this fog-drenched, runic-infused odyssey, delivers a visceral, deeply intense, and soul-searing masterpiece that treats the act of investigation as a high-stakes communion with the spirits of the dead. This isn't a story of whimsical myth-making or soft historical fiction. It is a rapid-fire, deeply intense plunge into the logistical nightmare of maintaining justice in a society where every murder is a potential curse, the perilous collision between a banished witch's search for truth and the absolute, unchecked malice of a clan that treats inconvenient deaths as sacrificial data points, and the terrifying truth that when you discover a body at the crossroads, you don't just solve a crime, you inherit the wrath of the gods who demand a reckoning. Martin hooks the audience instantly by constructing a high-stakes, hyper-focused trap. A uniquely gifted, ostracized healer, burdened by the knowledge of what the old magic can demand, finds themselves thrust into a crucible where archaeology, forensic sorcery, and their own survival are systematically compromised by the proximity of a god-tier ancestral catalyst. The narrative center zeroes in on the protagonist's methodical, high-pressure descent into the rune casting, a state of hyper-rational, magic-infused perception that allows them to see the underlying supernatural architecture of ancient clan-founding crimes. As they traverse the oppressive, frost-shrouded fjords of the north and the dangerously shifting, memory-saturated cairns of the forbidden crossroads, they realize that their quest for meaning is not merely a legal pursuit. It is a systemic catalyst that is drawing out the soul eaters, entities that hunt those who refuse to conform to the clan's optimized, history-erasing reality. The investigation into the sudden, coordinated disappearance of the settlement's most influential elders quickly escalates into a dangerous, high-stakes tactical chess match, as they discover that the entire tribal structure has been covertly funded by the very entity that keeps them tethered to their superstitious dependency. Forced to juggle the logistical nightmare of managing a rapidly decaying, reality-bending research project, the constant, suffocating threat of archival erasure, and the mounting, undeniable encounter with the cost of their own burgeoning insight, they must synthesize a new way of existing, one built on tactical linguistics, radical, improvised rune navigating, and an unyielding, purely human refusal to let their purpose be redacted by the clan's relentless, physics-enforcing machinery. Martin's writing style is unapologetically sharp, machine gun fast, and saturated with an intense, authentic blend of Viking archaeological jargon, cynical intellectual wit, and high-stakes environmental dread. She builds exceptional structural tension by pairing the mundane, aching routines of survival, cross-referencing runic scripts, deciphering forbidden, star-aligned texts, and enduring the quiet, crushing weight of constant vigilant isolation with the chaotic, nightmare-filled assaults of the clan's truth-guarding warriors. The story moves forward with a relentless, momentum-driven energy, turning routine analytical probes, calculated maneuvers through the village's secret, ice-filled basements, and tense, high-stakes standoffs with lethal, logic-warping figures into pulse-pounding steps closer to an inevitable, reality-defining confrontation. The presentation thrives on this sharp, analytical focus, making every discovered anomaly, every executed reality stabilization command, and every deep-seated fear confronted feel like a high-stakes victory for the human spirit. What makes Body at the Crossroads an exceptional entry in the modern historical mystery canon is Martin's unparalleled ability to develop a highly compelling, logic-driven witch whose cognitive discipline is treated as a supreme navigational asset rather than a tragic, fading memory. Watch as they transform their experience with obscure, artifact-bound information into a compass, learning to navigate the chaotic fairground of tribal espionage to outmaneuver a power that operates with absolute, terrifying precision. As the structural walls of their reality begin to collapse, and the true scope of the Crossroads danger is exposed, the pacing transforms into a breathless, heart-pounding race to maintain the shred of truth they carry before their consciousness is permanently unstitched by the clan's relentless, physics-enforcing machinery. The final act is an absolute masterclass in suspense, delivering a barrage of explosive realizations, shattered paradigms, and a spectacular, jaw-dropping climax that completely leaves the reader thoroughly stunned. For fans of thrillers demanding a brilliant, character-driven, and masterfully paced exploration of physics and historical imperialism, this book delivers an unforgettable shockwave.